All right, this is it. Get a good night's sleep, okay? I'll see you tomorrow.
Yep, good night! Paimon's exhausted. We really went all over the place today, didn't we? Anyway, we need to be well rested for the party tomorrow, so let's...
Why now?
Traveler, Paimon, wake up!
Mualani? What's going on?
It's the Abyss. Our patrols are trying to drive them back as we speak. Come with me. I'll take you somewhere safe.
Mualani, a little help over here. We can't hold them back much longer.
One moment. I'll be right there. Couldn't have said it better, Hang in there. We're here to help.
Thank you.
I'm alright. Go help the others.
I almost died.
There is no escape.
Carbon wave!
We've cleared out most of the monsters over here. Thanks for your help. It would have taken me ages on my own. Looks like we're still in for a long night, though. We still have no idea where these creatures are coming from. Let's go ask Amina. Amina!
Oh, it's you three. Thank you for helping clear out those monsters. We were prepared for an attack, but we didn't have enough people to prevent them from breaking through our defenses. No casualties so far, though.
Where'd they come from this time?
The east side. We've pinpointed the position of an abyssal pylon, but we don't have enough manpower to take it down. An abyssal pylon? What's that?
A kind of gate created by the Abyss. One that allows monsters from the night. The only way to end the attack is to destroy the pylon as soon as possible. Otherwise, the...
Exactly.
Alright, we'll go seal off the one to the east. Traveler, Paimon, can I count on your help again?
Of course! On behalf of the...
Let's go. There's no...
Rain of
Away!
bullets!
Get flown away! Gather! the fight!
Things are about to get dicey.
Shine down! Transfix!
That should do it, right?
I don't see any more monsters, so... Looks like we're in the clear.
Do these attacks happen a lot? Must be hard on your tribe.
Yeah, it makes things hard sometimes, but... That's how our ancestors have always lived. Besides, the Abyss doesn't care how difficult our lives are. Fighting back is the only option. Come on, we should head back. Huh? What are you looking at? Is there something over there?
You're right. Mulan. Wait, that area looks kind of familiar.
What? We probably don't have any reinforcements over there.
Huh? Seems like the monsters are decreasing in number.
Come on, everyone! Keep it up!
Need a surfboard? Ataya, what are you doing?
I was in a hurry.
Stop talking.
Is this the right area? Hello? Anyone there? Mulani and Ataya. What's going on?
Ataya took care of it. All right. Wait, no.
Ataya!
And you, Mualani, were you the one that brought the snacks? How many times have I told you? You have to choose them based on the temperature.
Oh, forget about that. The doctors...
The impurities in the element...
What? The crystal...
The anguish he feels has brought... I also came across a teardrop crystal.
Atea! Atea! Wait, what do you mean? What is this? Some sort of purification? The abyssal power, it's being cleansed away!
How can that be? I never knew that was even possible.
Atea!
The mark of the abyss.
Yes, thanks to the Traveler. By the way, Traveler, are you alright? I just saw you purify abyssal power from Atea's body. That you're sure? Good.
Thank goodness. You scared us all half to death.
Alright, everyone, head back and get some rest. We'll meet here tomorrow. We'll celebrate Atea's recovery, and most importantly, we'll show the Traveler and Paimon how grateful we are for their aid.
Got it!
Got any other secret powers I should know about? But seriously, you really came through for us tonight, so thank you.
Paimon almost forgot you had that ability. You used it back in Mondstadt to cleanse Dvalin's tears, didn't you? That was some quick thinking, Traveler. Huh?
Abyssal power still exists within her body.
We think Auntie Atea's illness has taken... she can never come in...
Hello?
Take it easy. Not interested in hanging out with the other kids? Snacks not to... None of the above, huh? I heard you were the one who cleansed the abyssal power yesterday.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Hey!
Just going to get some air. It's too noisy in here. You have fun. We'll be right back. Oh, and there are extra snacks in that box over there if they need replenishing. Baked them all fresh this morning.
All right! Sounds great!
Mualani.
Yeah?
You've gotten so tall. You know that. Feels like just yesterday you were that rambunctious kid causing trouble all around the hot springs. It's like all that time passed in the blink of an eye. Tell me, how are your parents?
They're away on business. Seriously, Atea, what's going on? You're acting strange. Traveler, did something happen? Both of you seem a little off today.
I guess I should explain. I wasn't visiting the hot springs because I was getting better. And that pylon yesterday, I didn't go face it by myself because I was reckless or too anxious to wait for reinforcements. It's because my body isn't going to last much longer. Your friend saved my life in that cave, and because of that, I got to enjoy this celebration with you all. But I'm just a few days shy of the end. The hot springs, I'm just trying to enjoy them for as long as I have left.
Oh.
Mualani?
That better not happen again, whether I'm here to catch you or not. That's what you said.
You want to know something? Recovery, death, to me, the two aren't all that different. Both are worth celebrating. You've never been resurrected, so you might not understand. But Death and I, we're old pals by now. There's nothing sad about being reunited with an old friend. I lived with regret for a long time. Regret that my illness meant I could no longer take to the front lines, especially as our nation slid deeper into crisis. But yesterday, I was finally able to let go of that regret. Not only because I found the strength to fight the abyss, even at the end of my life, but because I got to see you in action, Mualani. Seeing you out there, it made me realize that I don't need to worry about our tribe or our nation's future. You have the capacity to bring us all together. Even if I was never injured, old age would still take me one day. But I've done what I needed to do. Just remember, whether in life or death.
I understand. I'll do everything in my power to protect our tribe, our nation, and live up to the example you set for me.
Good. Oh, and if any of you have the chance to meet with the Archon, could you give this to her for me? A talisman I've carried with me my whole life. It may seem strange, it's brought me good fortune in battle. Even after I became too sick to fight, I never took it off. Just tell her it embodies fond memories and my
Don't worry. We'll make...
All right. That's all I wanted to say.
Traveler, Atea, Mualani! If you don't hurry up, there won't be any snacks left!
Excuse me, what did I say about bathing in the hot springs on a full stomach? Hey, are you listening to me? Life is a journey in which there's no turning back.
The Abyss kinda threw a wrench in our relaxation, though. Still, spending time here really has felt like a vacation. The Kaholasaurs. Oh, and Atea's snacks were so delicious. She gave Paimon some for the road just this morning, actually. Yelling at some.
Hey, you guys. Sleep well last night?
Yep, this area is so nice.
Glad you like it. I was thinking of taking you guys out to do some sea fishing. Later tonight, we can eat whatever we catch. Fresh fish is absolutely delicious right off the grill.
Hey, Mualani!
Yeah? What do you need?
The team sent out to fight in the Night Warden Wars has returned.
And Kachina? Is she back as well?
Kachina fell in battle. But don't worry, the team was victorious, so the Rite of Resurrection will be held in the stadium soon.
That's a relief. The Abyss is cunning, and it was her first time. Mistakes are bound to happen.
Exactly. She deserves to hold her head up high.
All right, thanks for letting me know. We'll head out in a bit. Jeez, she sounded a little anxious there. Had me thinking it was bad news for a moment.
Mualani, you said the Abyss was cunning just now, but it seems like the Abyss just wants to destroy everything. Like, think about all those monsters that attacked your tribe. If there really was some sort of cunning plan, wouldn't it make more sense to send them to attack Kachina and her small team? Not that Paimon wants them to be in any more danger, it's just...
Relax, I get it. The Abyss is difficult to understand, that's for sure. At a glance, it certainly seems like the only goal is total destruction. The Abyss isn't a living entity after all, so what capacity for logic or planning could it possibly possess? But through our long history of fighting the Abyss, we've realized things aren't quite so simple. 500 years ago, the Abyss invaded Teyvat. You know about that, right? That's right. Conria suffered greatly during that time. But so did every other nation in Teyvat. And Natlan was the worst affected of all. It took the combined efforts of the then Pyro Archon and heroes from every tribe to finally repel the Abyss. Even so, the effects of the invasion lingered for hundreds of years, only able to be reversed little by little. Our tribe's waters were contaminated. The Children of Echo's territory was overrun by dangerous sludge surging from underground. Unrelenting black winds tore across the lands of the Flower Feather clan. It was like each disaster was designed for a specific tribe. Exactly. We once thought that the Abyss's desire for destruction was a sort of primal instinct, but its methods are, in truth, marked by intelligence. We now believe the Abyss has invaded the Night Kingdom, and has the capacity to read the memories of this land at any given moment.
And that's how it became so dangerous and cunning. Almost like it knows you inside and out.
Yes, and that's why we've been unable to fully eradicate it, even after all this time. Luckily, the problems left behind by the Abyss have been successfully addressed by the various Pyro Archons we've had over the years. Now every tribe is prospering and things are looking up. I mean, just look at what we managed to do a few days ago. We totally fought them off.
You must have had to sacrifice a lot to get to this point.
Every battle, every responsibility. But I believe to think that my name could survive in ballads passed down to future generations, it's kind of romantic. Everyone has something that drives them forward, you know? Anyway, let's head to the stadium. The sea's not going in.
Whoa, this place is packed already!
Of course. No one's gonna miss out on the chance to welcome our heroes back from battle. It's their moment of glory. Kachina's gonna be so flustered. She's never had this many eyes on her before.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like the kind of person who
Looks like I'm just in time.
Konnichiwa!
Yeah, a commission
Yeah, it's all taken care of. Our new friend here's got some tricks.
Hey, look! Is it about to...
That's right. Come on, let's find a spot with a good view. Let's go somewhere.
Warriors of Net, we are the inheritors, those who grew alongside sun and wind, those who forged our own destiny. That is Netland's fire, the lifeblood of our nation!
I could not find Kachina within the Night Kingdom, or locate her ancient name.
What?
Usually once the ode is complete, the Pyro Archon and resurrected person will emerge from the flames.
What's going on?
This has never happened.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Clearly, the team sent to fight the Abyss didn't think about it. The Ode rekindles all victors. We witnessed it. Since the Archon couldn't find Kachina in the Night Kingdom, that must mean there's more to this victory than meets the eye.
Hey! You just haven't gotten over the fact that Kachina beat you in the pill.
Pathetic.
Your wild guesses are misplaced.
Maybe you did, but who's to say whether that little girl even contributed at all? Why would the YUB recognize someone like her, even if she was on the winning team?
How dare you insult a hero of Kachina sacrificed herself to repel the Abyss! She doesn't deserve to be subjected to your vile rumors when she's not even here.
Calm down, Mualani. There's no—
I can't just sit here and let them slander her like—
To insult a hero of Natlan, the person actually has to—
You!
Think about it, everyone. Who do you think is really at fault? Or the great Pyro Archon? Why would the rules of our nation suddenly—
It's true. If she wasn't revived, it must mean she failed to achieve—
Maybe the YUB interpret victory in different—
I mean, that girl didn't look all that strong.
Kachina wouldn't have run! That's not like her!
No! She's been waiting for this moment for too long. No matter how daunting the situation. No matter how— We don't even know what happened. So don't you dare try to use this as an excuse to vent your anger—
Fine. We'll find out what
That's enough. There is no doubt about today's victory, or Kachina's part in it. However, the failure of today's ceremony is undeniable. Kachina has not been rekindled, and I offer you all to prevent further casualties. I have decided to suspend the pilgrim—
What?
No one is all-knowing. No one is infallible. But doubt is a means by which we seek the truth, not a weapon. If there are things you wish to clarify, then ask me directly.
No,
Even though I have said nothing to change your mind, then it would seem—
That guy doesn't even have the courage to answer the Pyro Archon's question!
I have a question, Archon. My friend Kachina. Do you have any— I know you said you were investigating the situation, but—
I've already shared everything I know. If you want to learn the truth and rescue your friends sooner, you should join the— So, what—
Of course I'll join.
In that case, come see me in the speakers—
We should join them.
Oh, and if it's not too much trouble, could you drop by as well, Traveler? Rest assured, everyone, I'll keep the tribal chiefs informed on the Once again, I apologize for the outcome.
Did she just—
I believe she did. Let's go. I'd like to know what's going on myself.
The situation is urgent, so I'll get straight to the point. Kachina is undoubted. There's been unrest in the Night Kingdom, but I don't know what's causing it. As a result, until we find and address the cause of the unrest, the Ode of Resurrection will continue to be ineffective.
And that means Kachina won't be able—
That's correct. Not until the problem with the Night King—
How long will that take?
It's hard to say.
Kachina always dreamed of fighting the Abyss. She wasn't afraid of death because she knew, if it came down to it, that whenever we sat down together, exhausted from training, she would always hum the Ode of Resurrection. She was supposed to come back to us. We were supposed to hug her and celebrate with her and share her. We supported her every step of the way, but what are we supposed to— sit peacefully and wait for her return? Lose ourselves in grief over her death? Tell me, are we her friends?
That's not fair.
It's all right. I understand your rage. Believe me, I want to bring her back as soon as possible. But please, hear what I have to say so I can at least give you— Considering the recent attack on your tribe, I believe the Abyss has found a new mean—
You mean—
The Sacred Flame. The foundation of our resistance against— If we continue to hold the pilgrimage and send teams to fight the Abyss, but if we stop altogether, the Sacred Flame will only grow weaker. The Abyss will scale up their attacks, and the tragedy we saw—
If we compare the two choices, the former seems to be the lesser of two evils. Sorry, I know that may sound harsh, but I bear the name Malipo. Weighing the costs is my duty. The raw truth can be cruel. But we need to understand it if we want to approach the—
But what would you say, Mualani? This is personal for you, and unlike Kenichi, I dare say it's—
No. I can't choose between them, and I don't want to. Saying that one is preferable over the other is disrespectful to the people.
You're saying it doesn't matter whether I suspend the pilgrimage.
Yes. What happened to Kachina breaks my heart.
And that is the crux of the problem. It's not either way, there will be people who suffer. And the end result will be the same. Belief in the pilgrimage will waver. Once doubt has crept in, the people will no longer unite in battle against the Abyss. Their ultimate goal isn't to break the rules that make the Ode of Resurrection work. It's to prevent what happened to Kachina from happening to anyone else. We need to suspend the pilgrimage. So that is my current plan. Then, we have to find another way of strengthening the sacred flame to keep the Abyss. I understand your anger, Mualani.
Wow. Hyman thought things were gonna get heated for a second, but the pyro
I owe you an apology, Archon. I let myself get carried away earlier, and I'm sorry.
We could always hold the pilgrimage without sending a team to fight in the Night Warden Wars. That way, we would still be able to fuel the sacred flame.
I've considered that, but the two events have nearly always been linked. Without the chance to fight the Abyss, pilgrimage rankings lose their prestige, and with fewer participants, the amount of contending fire produced will decrease, and the vicious cycle will continue indefinitely.
So, essentially, the Abyss has taken Kachina hostage.
You've learned about the concept of ley lines during your travels, yes? Staying there for a short period of time shouldn't have an effect on the person. But with the Abyss in the picture, your sense of self will be devoured, until eventually you become one with the sea of souls. Imagine pouring a cup of water into a rushing river. You can try to scoop up another cup, but I won't sugarcoat it. That is the danger, Kachina.
Just like you said, Archon. Both of these you can focus all your efforts on dealing with the sacred flame.
The Abyss poses the same threat to you as it does to her. It is very possible.
Kachina's waiting for us to rescue her.
I failed to protect.
Traveler? What do you think?
Understood. Then I'll support. The Masters of the Nightwind have a technique that can extract an ancient name from the ley lines. If we can find Kachina's ancient name, I can use the link between them to pinpoint her position within the... Then comes the hard part. You need to visit the Night Kingdom in person and rescue...
But isn't the Night Kingdom a land of souls?
Under normal circumstances, only the consciousness can enter. But there is a way to go there in person. However, know that the Night Kingdom will attempt to repel you, and the Abyss certainly won't leave you be.
That's fine by me.
Same here. Fighting the Abyss is nothing new for me.
So,
Lali of the Masters of the Nightwind once created an artifact that can be used to communicate with the Wyab. We call it the Spirit's. It was originally used as a ceremonial artifact.
That was the artifact I delivered to the Scions of the Canopy a few days ago.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Your thanks are... Besides... Traveler, I certainly didn't expect our first... I've heard all about your accomplishments. Ever since you arrived, I've been hoping to meet you and offer you Natlan's highest... Why? Is that not what happened in the other nations you visited?
Yeah, things were pretty complicated at the start. And, you know, in the...
That's more like it. After all, I've heard you're someone who transcends fate. Perhaps even more than you can imagine. Ideally, this would be the perfect night for a drink and some musical ambiance.
Oh, I almost forgot. Atea was wounded in the fight against the Abyss. It embodies fond memories and my strength of will.
I didn't think this day would come so soon. The flames of her life force. Like, if things were different, the two of us could have enjoyed the hot springs together while she gave this to me in person. But don't worry. This talisman means...
You said you didn't want to jeopardize the production of contending fire. But that's not at all why you decided to suspend the pilgrimage, is it?
You're right. Even now, the production of contending fire is far from sufficient. The gradual corrosion caused by the abyss has resulted in a massive shortage of pyroenergy, and we're currently at the breaking point. As things stand, the pilgrimage is a lost cause. Suspending it allows us to save our strength to defend the tribes. The abyss has brought catastrophe to Natlan, and Kachina's disappearance in the Night Kingdom is a direct consequence of that.
We can't let the general public know that.
No. If the public learned that Natlan's destruction was close at hand, there would be immense panic. But if I said nothing at all, they would have continued to
Another simple choice. The latter was clearly the better solution.
I have never subscribed to the belief that the right choice is the one with the fewest sacrifices. Let's go. There's still a way for the sacred flame to last a little.
You mean?
Yes. The sacred flame must never go out. Not only does it strike fear in the abyss, but it's also so until our heroes are ready. I will—
But that can only last so long. I think we should focus on the remaining ancient—
Don't let desperation cloud. Those chosen by the Wyeb have already embarked on their destined path. All we can do—
Even so, for you to make the—
If not me, then I possess great strength. But I'm not above my people. This is part of my duty.
Archon! It's the Fatui!
The Archon of Natlan. A force to be reckoned with.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
The secret of the ley lines is no secret to me. Long have they been destined for ruin. And since the oath made 5 centuries ago remains unfulfilled, what use is the Gnosis in your hands?
I don't know what you mean. But it sounds like this is about more than the Tsaritsa.
In times of crisis, someone must pick up the mantle of salvation. Your plan has reached an impasse, and now it falls to me to create new rules for Natlan. But before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
I assume that's the end of your speech? Good. People like us. Let our blades do the talking! Masters of the Night Wind. Send word. The captain and his followers must be apprehended.
भाई साहब क्रेजी था भाई क्रेजी
Are you alright, Archon?
He was a formidable opponent. Exactly what I would expect from the first of the Fatui Harbingers.
I never imagined someone could match you in combat. If the Tsaritsa sent him here, why would he bring up what happened 5 centuries ago?
Yeah. And how much does he know about Natlan?
The Harbingers are all driven by their own personal goals. The only purpose that unites them is collecting the Gnosis. But I'm sure the captain has his own reasons for being here as well.
Whatever his motive, we should shift our focus to the Fatui. If they attack again, and we're not prepared, we're done for.
No, we're running out of time. The wound I inflicted should hold him back and weaken him for the time being. Besides, I'm sure you noticed, the power—
In other words, there are traitors among us.
Not necessarily. This could prove to be a very valuable turn of events. When we exchanged final blows, I sensed an unusual presence within him. I'll need to investigate further. Kanich, go to the Masters of the Night Wind and look into who could have aided the captain. Speak to Lali. She should know.
Of course, I'll head out right now. Do you still intend to...
Yes. Natlan's strength has never rested solely in its Archon. Together we foresaw the only path that leads to our nation's future. We must trust...
Is everything okay, Archon?
Completely fine. Just lamenting the fact that I never got a picture when I could still turn my hair into flames. I just hope the others have a safe journey.
Feels like the Archon unleashed her power.
Should we go back and check what's going on?
Have faith in the Archon. She wouldn't.
Once we find Kachina's ancient name, we'll...
Okay, let's just...
एक मिनिट हा. एक मिनिट हा.
रुको आ गया घर। रुक तेरे को थोड़ी देर में करता हूँ, तू चाहिए तो गेंशिन खेल तब तक। अरे वो पागल पहला बोलता है नहीं, फिर बोलता है हाँ हाँ।
Solidified!
Gotcha. There is no escape.
Something with which to commemorate this occasion.
That's Wayne, the tribal chief. Let's head over to him.
Chaska.
Nice to see you again. I'm afraid we don't have—
Whoa, hold on.
My friend Kachina is trapped within the
Rescue her? From the...
That's right.
I'm sorry, but someone needs to tell you what you don't want to hear. Going there, a mature warrior would never make such a fool. The nature of battle is
I appreciate what you're trying to—
I thought you might say that.
Is something wrong, Waina? Life isn't complete without taking risks.
If you're that determined, far be it from me to stop you. Here's the stone. Keep it safe, okay? It's not like we have—
Thank you.
Huh. Seems like you two go way back. But
Oh, Chaska's a peacekeeper, so she's famous throughout the tribes. She's always the one people call to resolve Her younger sister Quichi's always hanging around our tribe, too. She's helped us out a lot.
oh, you have a younger sister.
Yes, I'll enter, but let's get back to business. Waina.
As you probably know, your intended destination is completely different from the real world. The night, in that sense, the stone is like a fishing boat drifting down the river. But the boat alone isn't enough. You need a fisherman, experience.
We couldn't do that ourselves.
With a little practice, I'm sure you could. You have the strength and—
Who?
Vichama. He's got a keen eye and a well-honed intuition. Even—
Vichama? Why did—
He's one of Auntie Atea's hot spring buddies. I've heard stories about him. Where can we find him?
Ever since Malco passed, he spends most of his time gazing out at—
Thank you.
Good luck.
Someone admiring the scenery from the cliff tops. Ah! That must be him! Hello there, are you Vichama?
That's me. Did you need something? What? You're saying you can bring someone back from the Night Kingdom? How is that even possible? No, if you really think about it, anything's possible in that kind of place. But that would mean...
Are you okay? You don't look so good.
Everything's fine. I'll help you, but I do have a small request. After I help you find Kachina's ancient name, I want to use the stone to look for my friends as well.
Your friend? Oh, why not mention someone named Malco? Is that who you're talking about?
Yes, but I'd rather not get into it if it's all the same to you.
That's not a problem. We agreed.
Yeah. Since you're helping us find Kachina's ancient name, it's only right that we return the favor.
Then we're agreed. Can I have a look at... I see. From what I can tell, once the connection is established, the abyss will come surging through the opening like a predator honing in on the scent of blood. So we have to be sure not to use it in a tribal settlement.
Wow, you got all that just from looking at it?
I just picked up on the basics, really. I still have... I'll go find an open area and start setting things up. In the meantime, I need you to get 2 things for me.
We'll go right away.
First, I'll need some hook ropes. Pretty much every store around here carries them, so no need to go anywhere special. Oh, and I need to build a net out of them, so make sure you get a good amount.
Wait, are you saying you're going to use a real net to catch Kachina's ancient name? How does that work when one's tangible and one's not?
By creating something tangible in our world, like a net, we can create a connection to a corresponding concept in the Night Kingdom. Basically, I'm going to use the concept of a net to catch something equally intangible.
Oh, I see. What about this?
Right. I need two chunks of obsidian. Once we bring the ancient names into our world, we'll need a place to... Normally, you can only get obsidian from the Children of Echoes. But I heard there's a traveling merchant from that tribe around here somewhere, so maybe you can...
Gotcha!
Alright, let's split up. See that clearing? Let's meet over there when you're done. Oh, and you can send someone with me if you want. In case you're worried I might take the stone for myself.
What do you think, Chaska?
There's no need. Lena spoke highly of you. That means you're trustworthy.
I appreciate it, even though that doesn't mean much to me anymore. Anyway, it'll take some time to set everything up, so no need to rush. I'll see you in a bit.
What an odd guy. He seems so defeated, but also really invested in the stone at the same time.
I don't have any more insight than you, Paimon. Let's just focus on the preparations for now. Hang on, Kachina. We're coming for you.
Watch your footing. In the sky, too. We're at it.
Hello. Do you have any hook ropes?
Hook ropes? As in rock climbing equipment?
Yes. How much for your...
Oh, the whole thing? Let me see. That would be 30,000 mora in total. Deal?
Deal.
Wait, really?
What, you want me to drive down the price? We just need these as fast as possible. Thanks.
Oh, no problem at all. I'll even pass along some information on the house. These ropes are usually used by rock climbing enthusiasts. If you want to learn, Roka's the person you want to ask. All right, that's everything. Here you go.
Now we need the obsidian. Let's go talk to the traveling merchant Vichama mentioned.
Excuse me, do you sell obsidian?
Why, yes. I've got a chunk for sale right over there.
Perfect. Is that the only...
That might be tough. Tell you what, I'll take a look through these boxes over here, and we'll see what we...
Thank you so much.
Relax. Everything's...
I know, it's just... I could tell Vichama feels the same way about his friend that I do about Kachina. I hope Kachina always carries all sorts of shiny stones with her. If I was the one trapped in the Night Kingdom, she'd have a whole pile of obsidian ready in a heartbeat.
Well, would you look at that? I did bring an extra. Here you go, young lady. How does it look?
Perfect! Thank you.
If you hadn't shown up, these stones would have just sat here collecting dust. I'll take 3,000 mora for both. Here you go. By the way, I heard you mention how's he doing? Malco's been gone for 5 years.
Do you know what happened between them?
I heard about it in passing while I was out drinking one night, but I don't know all the details. Vichama and Malco grew up to... Malco was an amazing fighter, capable of knocking out multiple opponents in 5 years ago, they both emerged triumphant in the pilgrimage. But on the eve of battle, the Abyss launched an attack on their tribe, and Vichama...
Then what happened?
The team agreed that he couldn't fight the Abyss in his condition. Vichama didn't argue. He knew going to the front lines with an injured leg would make him... It's just... Malco and the others ended up facing hordes of abyssal monsters in numbers that far exceeded anyone's expectations. Vichama went into a deep depression after that. He blames himself for everything. Oh, you're not wrong. But it's possible he chooses to blame himself. Not because he did. I've tried convincing him to move forward. The Abyss has caused so much suffering, and some wounds never heal. Anyway, that...
Did you get everything?
Yep, it's all here. When do we start?
I've made all the necessary adjustments, so we're good to go. As agreed, I'll help you find Kachina's ancient name, and then you return the favor. Go ahead. After Malko fell, I scoured the battlefield to see what happened. It turned out he wasn't bested by... If I had been there, I would have been able to sense the danger. I could have... I've always blamed myself for what happened. But when you told...
But that happened several years... The Pyro Archon said all life within the Night Kingdom...
There might not be much hope, but I still have to try. Malko and I promised each other, even if we never managed to root out the Abyss for good, we would fight. All right, let's get to it. I'll start searching for the conceptualized version of Kachina's ancient name. If you see any fragments make sure you prepare yourselves for battle. As I said, the stone will link the mortal realm to the Night Kingdom.
Look at that golden thing! It must be one of those fragments Vichama mentioned. Let's get closer!
longer, Vichama.
Not long. We're getting close. Quick! Take it! I found Kachina's ancient name. Hang in there, Malco. Just a little longer.
Something's not right. The power of the
Abyss is corroding his body.
I should have died 5 years ago. I just need a little more time. Please, I'm almost there. Thank you.
Whoa, watch out! The power of the Abyss is strong.
This power.
Hanging in there?
Malco. No, what?
We can't wait any longer. Pull him away from the...
I already tried, but the power of the Abyss has him in a chokehold. It's like he's tied to the stone.
In that case, we have no... Get back!
Chaska, wait!
Ouch! What happened just now? It looked like
The stone's power was spiraling out of control. You were all caught in the shockwave of the explosion. You might feel dizzy for a while.
Give us a heads up next time, will you? You're lucky we managed...
I thought I said to get...
Yeah, barely a second before you made it go poof. Not everyone has your reflexes, Chaska. We were this close to getting dragged...
Okay.
At least Kachina's ancient name is still in one... Vichama!
Vichama!
I couldn't find Malco's ancient name. Once your ancient name disappears, there's no coming back. From the very beginning, I knew, and now... It's too late to save him.
Vichama.
I'm sure he's heard enough condolences over the years. Let's just...
Huh? What's that in your hands, Vich...
Huh? This is...
Hey, Malco. Got any strength left?
Not enough to swing a sword, but to say a few last words.
Too bad. No one will get to hear. I never thought I'd actually die on this mission.
Guess I have something to be thankful for then. My parents died a long time. Pisak. Always had to beat me at everything, didn't you? Maybe you're right. Maybe no one will get to hear our last words. Vichama. Don't be sad. Just keep on living. Both of us.
Was that?
Seems like we were able to salvage something after all.
Of course. Seeing him, hearing his... But... it also brings with it an even deeper pain.
A deeper pain?
Malco was always the type to put on a brave face. But in that memory just now, his hands were shaking. For all these years, I regretted not being able to...
Vichama!
I'm fine. Actually, I heard Chief Wino when you asked for my help. I hesitated too. I knew helping you, but I also understood why you had to try. Everyone has regrets in life, but once allowed to fester, guilt strips us of our most valuable qualities as warriors. In that sense, we might as well choose the braver path from the very beginning. If I could do it all over again, I would have followed Malco to the front lines no matter what. Even with an injured leg, there were still things like that way. Even if the outcome stayed the same, there are critical junctures in life. And if you don't seize the chance to act, that's something I had to learn in hindsight. But you're still at the crossroads of your journey, so...
Thank you, Vichama. I feel even... I promised I would find her, and I intend to keep that...
That's good to hear.
Once abyssal corrosion enters the body, a portion will fuse itself to your internal organs. Even though the Traveler possesses powers of purification. Thanks to him, though, you were only briefly exposed. Slowing your breathing and controlling your emotions should help you keep the symptoms.
That does make me feel better. You seem...
Just speaking from experience, that's all.
Anyway, we've recovered Kachina's ancient name, so we're off to a great start. Let's get Vichama back to his tribe and tell Wyneth the good news. Oh, and apologize for destroying the Spirit Speaker Stone. We had no choice, though, so he'll probably understand. Right?
Koichi, are you really gonna just stand there like that?
I think you know exactly what I'm trying to say, Uncle Wyna. I can hear it in your voice.
Honestly, it's just one thing after another with you two. They're back.
Koichi?
Don't play dumb with your own sister. You know, my apologies, everyone. I just need to borrow time.
I'll be just a moment.
Who is that?
Koichi, Chaska's younger sister. Although the two aren't actually related by blood, it's kind of a long story. It's not really my story to tell, but I guess it's not a secret. You see, Chaska was actually raised by cuckoo sores. She was afflicted with a rare disease when she was a child, and abandoned in the wild as a result. The Abyss found her out there, all on her own, and tried to devour her. But in the end, all that did was that strength of will pushed her to survive. But it also planted a seed of conflict within her. Eventually, she was adopted by the cuckoo source. Wherever they went, she followed, getting in.
For some reason, Paimon can totally...
Well, when Chaska finally returned to human society, it was Koichi's parents who adopted her. At the time, Chaska still had a habit of getting into fights, so Koichi was always taking her around, apologizing.
Ah, I remember those days. One of those fights was definitely with me. But, you know, kids. You're fighting one minute and your friend's the next. Eventually, she found a way to rein in that desire to fight. And now she's who people... It sounds like she still argues with Koichi, though.
That's partly my fault. Koichi asked me to stop Chaska from doing anything dangerous, but...
Oh, I get it.
I'm all for your adventure. You need to take risks when you're young, because by the time you're my age, you couldn't attempt something like that even if you wanted to. But still, I can understand where Koichi's coming from. In the end, nobody wants to sit back and let a loved one put their life on the line.
All right, it's just the two of us now. You have 1 minute to explain yourself.
I don't have anything to say. You don't have to approve, but you should know I only do what's necessary.
That attitude is exactly the problem. It's like you don't care. You try to sneak off to the Night Kingdom behind my back and then play it down as if it's just a trip abroad.
Well, technically I...
Again with the excuses! We agreed, didn't we? There are 4 levels of danger. If it's not something urgent, you can only engage in level 2 danger and below. You can only go up to level 3 if a situation... But a trip to the Night Kingdom? If that's not a level 4, I don't know what is! And you were just going to sneak into the place without...
What do you mean, sneak into the place? I always planned on walking in.
You bought off Uncle Wina, didn't you? He promised me he'd stop you from doing anything...
You feel like he went back on his word. What if I told you my mind was made up, and there was nothing he could have done? Not even...
Oh, I knew it! So he did try to say something, but you...
This is important. If you were in my shoes...
You don't know that? I'm a doctor, and I handle logistics. If you're going to waltz into a danger...
All right, whatever.
You... What do you mean?
Time out. Is this...
Chaska does it.
Then...
But the person...
That's a different issue.
I've also told you that managing your condition is equally important.
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. All right, let's stop this here.
Is that a threat? That sounds like a threat to me.
Koichi! Younger sisters are supposed to listen to their elders.
So, you're really going to go, no matter what I say? I'm supposed to be your sister.
Then support me. I'll be...
So, that's it. Why'd you have...
You two are...
Something you wanted to say?
I know you aren't related by blood.
Really?
You know, I said that very thing to Koichi not too long ago, and she reacted the exact same way, down to the very tone of voice. It's not my place to get involved, but I will say this. Try to spend a little more time with your sister. You're tough kids. That doesn't mean you have to go it alone.
Thank you.
Anytime. All right. If you're done with the spirit speaker, according to Kinich, it's an important ceremonial artifact.
If
only Tonegif Bard was here, he could have repaired it just like the Holy Liar.
It might be in a few more pieces than you remember.
Huh? I see. Sounds like... Still, Citlale's going to be a nightmare to deal with now that you've broken her stuff. Stay safe out there in the Night Kingdom, okay? I'll wait here for your safe return.
We're back! We found Kachina's ancient name, too!
Well, it's fairly complicated.
The Fatui again? We can't go anywhere without them causing...
But what if the Fatui finds out you've lost your power? Won't they...
That's why it has to be our little secret. No one... Look, I wish I could offer you some sort of consolation, but I won't lie to you. With multiple factions closing in, there's nothing comforting about the situation we're facing. Still, all you need to do is focus on your goal. You can leave the complicated matters to me.
I can also step in on the Pyro Archon's behalf. There's a limit to what I can accomplish, but I'll help you however I can.
There's no need to be so modest, Yan-san. Your incredible strength has long been a well-known fact. You're the pride of your tribe.
Archon, I'm sorry about before. You have so much on your plate, so much that you have to worry about. But all I could do was focus on my own feelings.
You have nothing to be sorry about. We all get overwhelmed by our emotions, myself included. Your reaction to Kachina's disappearance, I understand that feeling very well. Well, now that we have Kachina's ancient name, let's go track her down. Follow me.
What is this place? Hey, isn't that Atea's talisman?
Good eye. This is where I store all the various mementos I've collected.
Whoa. I've never seen this place before. There's so many things in here.
It looks like there are items from every tribe. Collecting them must have taken a lot of effort.
I suppose you could think of it as a hobby of sorts. In Natlan, everyone grows up listening to the stories of heroes, and physical items do a far better. Now, I still have some preparations to make for the. If you're curious about an item, I'm more than willing to tell you about it.
All right, we'll have a look. There are so many jars.
No, those belong to the Masters of the Nightwind. They're ceremonial tools used to amplify the ability to communicate with the Night Kingdom and the Wyab. Yamaya is an expert in this field, and she taught me a lot. Even though she appears stoic and serious, she actually has a keen sense of humor. The tools you see here are quite traditional. Her students found them outdated, so she passed them on to me. The contents of the jars aren't all that special. Oh, except the big jar in the middle. That's what she really wanted to give me.
Ooh, must be something really cool. What's inside?
Grape juice.
Huh?
It's quite tasty, although probably expired by now. The powder still needs some time to settle, so let's wait a little longer. Well, what do you think of my collection? Do you feel like you have a better understanding of Natlan's culture now?
Yeah! If each item represents a different story, seems like Natlan's really been through a lot. Does every item hold a special—
That's right. They demonstrate the true shape of time.
The shape of time?
Most people perceive time as a linear concept, almost like a straight line that can only move forward. We cannot change, but there's also a different theory, one that I believe to be closer to the truth.
At once?
Let's say your journey ended right now. Thinking back on your experience in each nation, which one would you say was the Exactly. Even at the end of your journey, the things you experienced along the way don't cease to exist. Take out a portion of that journey, and you would likely make very different decisions, and eventually arrive. The future is the same way. It exists even though it has yet to come to pass. Of course, there are those with the power to foresee the future, They simply call it by a different name. Fate. You're quite familiar.
That does kinda make sense.
Humanity excels at living in the present, but too often we forget the past and neglect while the pilgrimage and the Night Warden Wars lead us to a better future. Only by uniting the people of Natlan across countless eras can we fight back against an enemy as formidable as the Abyss. To come up with such a set of rules, the first Pyro Archon must have possessed a level of insight I can only imagine. That's correct. Namely, a frame by holding the... In addition,
So, it all comes down to the power of the divine... Wait, is that a family portrait?
Yes. That's my mother, father, younger sister, and the little saurians we raised. I turned a piece of my dad's leather armor into a canvas and commissioned a famous artist to paint our likeness.
Your sister is so cute! It looks like the two of you are really close. Paimon was having a hard time thinking of an Archon as an ordinary person, but seeing this portrait, it kinda makes sense now. It really doesn't look like there was anything special about you before. Oh, wait, is Paimon allowed to say that?
A little late for that question, don't you think?
Sorry! Paimon's so sorry! Paimon's mouth works faster than her brain sometimes!
It's all right. I'd never get upset over something like that. No matter what others may say, my past is a precious part of my... Becoming the Archon doesn't mean you sever ties with your family. The position just comes with a lot of responsibilities. My father made the most delicious stew, so my sister... One time, we didn't close the door securely, and the Saurians who were... My sister immediately... I still remember the way they laid there, sulking like a pair of children, even after making such a mess. It was frustrating, but in the end, all I could do...
Wow.
Isn't that what being a family as the Archon?
Well, what happened after that? This portrait looks pretty old. Your sister must be all grown up by now, right?
I believe she ended up working... Anyway, that's enough about me. Place the ancient name up there, and then we'll begin. Surely as the echoes of life resound through heaven and earth, so too shall our stories remain eternal. Ancient name, take us to your fated bearer. Allow her to answer our call.
Am I hallucinating again? Kachina!
Huh? I'm not seeing things.
It's okay, Kachina. It's just us. We're trying to find a way to bring you back.
Everyone, you have to listen to me. I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire time, and I figured out what's wrong. The Wayup is being affected by the... I was waiting for the Wayup to send me back, but then this really strong monster came in and it almost killed me. The Wayup saved me, even though its power is weakening. So I've been hiding from the monsters while trying to find... The Night Kingdom has become a huge mess, though. I keep hearing these...
Don't listen to those sounds, Kachina. The Abyss is trying to... All you need to do is stay safe and wait for us.
It's okay. I feel so much better now that I've had the chance to talk to you guys. I've never been strong or special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me or leaving me behind. Just knowing you care is more than enough. I'll find a way back. You don't have to put yourselves in danger to come rescue.
You're always like this, Kachina. Now's not the time to act tough. I don't know what lies the Abyss has been feeding you, but I'll tell you something right now. You're a victor of the Night Warden Wars, a hero of Natlan. All you need to do is wait for us to rescue you. And you'll get all the applause and recognition.
I'm really scared. Still, I don't want you to...
All you need to do is place your trust in us, just like you always have. No one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind. Not ever.
Yeah, we're so close. We can't call it quits now.
Looks like we've lost contact. Now comes the most dangerous part. You have to traverse the Night Kingdom in your physical form. This entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind after an abyssal invasion. Even a brief amount of time inside could expose you to...
I know.
All right. Then I wish you all the best. I'll tell Koichi to be ready just in case... That face you just made. Don't tell me you two got in...
No, I just...
I'll go with them too, Archon. The more people, the... Thank you so much for your help, everyone. It really means a lot that you...
Now that I've lost my power, I won't be able to provide much practical support. But Eon-san, I know it's unlikely, but if you encounter a situation you can...
That won't...
I hope not.
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
So we're underneath Natlan right now?
That's because in the distant past, Natlan was home to an incredibly advanced... Humans only established their own society after...
So these are Saurian ruins? Wait! You mean like the Elemental Sovereigns? They had their own advanced civilization?
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived until now, so no one really knows what the devices here are for. These ruins have been abandoned for a long time, but with the recent increase in Abyss activity, the installations around here have somehow been activated again. So what you're saying is, we're not in for an easy trip to the Night Kingdom.
No. It's going to be obstacle after obstacle from here on out.
adventure excitement kicking in. Right, guys?
Of course. I'm eager to get started.
Then let's go. We won't let anything stand in our way.
Seems like the road ends here. How should we get across?
As a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the Collective of Planning.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance for many of Natland's popular sports. And I don't just mean physical.
Those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy.
Busted.
Stabilize.
Overruled. Inazuma shines eternal.
Quiet now.
There is no escape.
Whoa. The place we need to go seems really high up.
Solidify.
Shine down.
Game's up. Time's over.
Transfix.
Stabilize. Solidify.
Quiet now.
There is no escape. Overruled. Yeah.
Osman.
This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it.
Easy for you to say.
This must be the entrance the Pyro Archon told us about.
Yes.
We actually have to go in there? Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Hey! You don't have to drag Paimon! You're pulling too hard!
Looks like we made it. This is the Night Kingdom.
It looks so different from what I imagined in the store.
That overflow of energy is probably what trapped Kachina.
From this point forward, everything we know about the real world no longer applies. Anything can happen here.
Paimon's more worried about how we're gonna make it out. Yeah.
Do you see that patch of light on the ground? It's shining down from that fissure in the sky.
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there? Oh, it's so high up. Did we really fall that far down?
Just like I said, our real-world knowledge doesn't apply here. We fell all this way, yet came out completely unscathed. If this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to the entrance. But here, all we have to do is stand underneath the light and offer a prayer.
That's it? Right. We still got it.
So that means all we need to do is find Kachina and bring her to this location.
Exactly. This light is streaming in from the real world. It's a link between the two realms.
The terrain looks difficult to navigate.
Yeah, these floating
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power.
Ghost! A talking ghost!
Calm down, I'm here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama, right? Yes, I'm Vichama's friend, Malko. I was completely lost. It's like it was seeking me out, attempting to reassemble the pieces of who I used to be. Of course, it could only do so much. I'm sorry I can only appear before you in this imperfect form.
No, we should be the ones apologizing. If the Spirit Speaker's stone hadn't become corrupted by the Abyss, we could have done much more. But we had to destroy it. Otherwise, Vichama and his tribe would have been in danger.
Of course. Thank you for protecting him. I never imagined that, even after all these years, he'd still take such a risk for me. Under the power of the stone, it felt like our souls were connected. Turns out even our regrets were exactly the same.
Whether in triumph or death, you want your best friend.
Exactly. You're looking for a young girl. I'd like to help her. Be careful.
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Quick, get back! You can't go wandering off. Stick close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the time being. Let's try another route. This way.
Quake!
Not good. More monsters.
We shouldn't waste our time on this.
Stabilize!
easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
Did you hear that? What? Never mind. It was...
Don't scare Paimon!
I heard it too.
What did it say?
Doesn't matter.
Paimon just heard it too! Let's keep going. Paimon wants to get out of this place!
We're here, Kachina! Honey? You made it! Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of these monsters. Good idea. Let's go!
Gather!
Shine down! Quiet.
You're here! You're finally here! Thank you so much! That monster can appear from anywhere. It almost caught me a bunch of times. The Wyap's power helped keep me hidden, so I just tried to stay out of sight until you got here. Had a girl.
Should we start heading back then?
Actually, I can't exactly put it into words, but that was the Pyro Archon's theory as well. Everything we've seen here certainly seems to back it up.
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles representing the Wyap of each tribe. You can think of them like the body of each Wyap. Additional totem, there are countless but if a proxy were to become severely contaminated, then a soul could become lost within the Night Kingdom.
Judging by the current situation, I don't think we're dealing with just one contaminated proxy. Even if we could drive back the abyssal power from one of them, that probably wouldn't even put... Still, we can't just leave the Wyap to suffer.
I agree. We might even manage to draw out the monster that's been hunting Kachina. Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
Kachina? What's wrong? Nothing. Just a headache.
Maybe we really should leave.
No, I'm fine. I don't plan on listening to that nonsense. Just up ahead. I'll lead the way. Besides, I can still fight, so please, help me. Listen to me, Kachina. We'll come with you. You don't have anything to prove either. All right.
We've already come all this way.
Let's go.
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss monster.
All by yourself? That's too...
It's all right. I may not be as strong as that monster. I don't have much time left. If you're anything like my... So go. Achieve your goal. And return to the world where you belong.
Thank you for everything. You're a true hero.
No one fights alone.
Does your head still hurt? Let me help you walk. I'm fine. You should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that.
and I are here to heal you. Wyatt, can you hear me? Wyatt?
So we were right. The contamination is... Alright, get ready, everyone. Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place.
Careful. We've got company.
Already?
You really think that puny soul could slow me? He tried to...
You...
He would have dispersed with or without me. You may have defeated others of my kind in the past, but underestimate me no. The power of the Abyss is intoxicating. The destruction it seeks captivates. I thought this naive little girl was an exception, but it turns out that is the tragedy of your ancient names, pride, friendship. The Pyro Archon created those grandiose ideals out of pure selfishness. And don't believe me? Then ask yourself, why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina...
Kachina, give me your hand. Feel that?
Thanks, Moalani. You're right. I have nothing to fear. Because I'm not alone anymore.
You're right. Maybe comforting ideals don't have any power. But you also couldn't be more wrong. You've never had to work for your own strength, so you will never understand the true source of our—
What?
The courage we have to stand before you and not back down? It comes from our friendship. The power lies not in the ideal itself, but in our commitment to uphold—
Well said!
Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than 2 of us to handle an enemy like this.
Sorry in advance.
There aren't many in Natlan who can—
From the ash to this world anew. How brightly burns the truth!
Right here!
Clear the area! Revelation from on high! A glimpse!
Let's ride!
What a small price! Hear the Inferno's call!
Right
Hear
here!
the Inferno's call! Let the flames of redemption the date for this world is already.
We won! We actually won!
That's what he gets for fantastic work, Kachina. This makes me so unbelievably happy.
I'm happy too, Moalani. Together we really are unstoppable.
Huh? My ancient name is glowing? But
It's probably a projection from the real world. But that doesn't explain—
Wait.
That was a bold move, diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend, especially in a place so overrun with... Still, seeing you pull it off, everything you said was exactly right. As isolated individuals, it took years' worth of scars and lots of The Pyro Archon's plan will unite us. Only then will we have the Tupac, a warrior from the people of the Springs. I fought against the Abyss during the invasion 500.
I've heard that name before. You were the giant.
Since you were able to awaken my words from your ancient name, that means you have fully under the name Umoja. You shall unite the tribes and save Natlan from...
Me?
As long as blood still runs through your veins. Even the tiniest spark of its blaze will become one with our vision for Natlan. Even amid everlasting darkness, our bonds remain eternal.
What's wrong,
So that's what happened.
What do you mean? Did you just figure
500 years ago, they foresaw the very crisis we're facing now.
We can go over the details once we get back. We shouldn't linger here longer than we have to. I know bits and pieces, but I had no idea Mualani was—
This sounds like something that's going to need a lot of explaining. Let's focus on... Okay, that should be enough. Why up? Why up? Can you hear me?
I hear your voice, Kachina, my dear child.
Great. Well then, I was going to ask why you bestowed an ancient name upon... I'll keep searching within myself for the answer.
You are already an outstanding... You are all my most beloved children. Your ancient name is just that. A name. Much like your parents chose to name you Kachina, focus on who you want to be. You, the story of your ancient name is for you to... It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move another step towards completion. But it is time for you to let go now, my children. Save now.
I know we've never met before, Wyub, but I just wanted to say thank you for encouraging Kachina. It was exactly what she needed to hear.
Whoa! What's going on? An earthquake?
We're out of time.
It's the power of the Abyss. Quick, we need to run!
It's a Seelie! The Seelie opened the way for us!
You've done well. Now come home.
We're back! The Pyro Archon's...
But she's not here. Yeah, didn't she say
She's still in the Speaker's Chamber. What we saw in the Night Kingdom was just her
So you're saying her consciousness?
Every great display of power. You must feel terrible, Kachina. Just let's get back to the stadium. The Pyro Archon said she'd have a doctor waiting for us.
I recommend getting a full checkup. Just to make sure no damage.
Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler? Right.
Let's get going. We need to share what we...
Right. The why...
I'll let her explain every move we...
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
हेलो ओके अब आ रहा है कुछ अजीब है भाई क्या रे गांडू
बोलना चाहिए ना दिमाग खराब हो गया मेरा पता है
कौन आ गया भाई रुक 2 मिनट
अरे कस्टमर ये कौन है बे क्या आ रहा है बे कौन है बे
हेल्प क्या चीज का हेल्प चाहिए तेरे को
किसको मेरे को
क्या लिखा है फिर स्ट्रीम में
Match found.
Kingdom point डाली blah blah blah
क्या
कौन आया घर पे कस्टमर? इनकी माँ की चूत मैं रंजू।
नाम लिख के फिनिक्स। जगमोहन बदला ले रहा है भाई तेरे से। God. क्या लूं भाई?
क्या खेलूं? मेरे को और कुछ आता नहीं।
ले ले कुछ भी।
दो हो जाएगा। डुएलिस्ट नहीं है बेंचो, क्या करेगा?
हाँ मैं नियॉन ले लेता हूँ फिर।
बंदों ने ले लेता और क्या?
Move or get zapped.
Encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video settings or using faster encoding preset. What does it mean?
I know, Sage.
मेरा बोल रहा था
Don't
ना
hurt
TCP
myself.
सर्वर नहीं जा रहा था।
But it's a gunfight, so no promises.
बेंचो पोर्ट ही गलत दिया था बंदे ने पहले। नहीं पोर्ट दूसरे का था।
I'm ending the stream.
पोर्ट दूसरे का था, ठीक है?
हाँ।
मेरा तो बोला कनेक्शन हो तो रहा है। बोला लाउडे मेरे को मालूम है कनेक्शन हो रहा है।